Have you ever wanted to know how to apply for a job like a pro? Well, it's as easy as one, two, three. One, first, find the job. Two, apply for the job. Three, follow up on the job. Okay, let's start with number one, finding the job. There's more than two ways, but there's two ways that we're going to talk about finding the job. First is finding using online job boards like Monster, Indeed.com, and LinkedIn.com. These are three online job boards that aggregate or pull together all sorts of jobs that employers post. And so you can use these job boards to search for relevant jobs that you're searching for, and then apply for them. And so this is an example of what they look like. And these are great for finding jobs that employers are posting. Secondly, you can tap into your network. You can ask friends and family, your classmates, and career counselors for jobs and that you can be applying for. So that is finding jobs. How do you find jobs? Now, once you've found jobs to apply for, let's talk about going about applying for jobs. Well, you're going to need some materials to apply for your jobs. You're going to need a customized resume, and often you're going to need a cover letter. Now, here is how most people go about applying with a resume. Most people go about spending quite a bit of time putting together a single resume, and they feel very good about it. Oh man, I put a lot of time into my resume. It is really nice. Then they go out and they apply for a customer service job with that resume, a technology support job with that resume, and a cooking job with that same exact resume. And this strategy is a no-no. This strategy is a no-no. This is going to be a failure on so many levels, and we're going to talk about why this is a no-no and how to overcome this right now. But to talk about that, we got to help you understand what's going on in the background from the company's perspective when they are posting the job description. So let's imagine that you're the company posting the job. Now, let's imagine that you're Incanet. They're a technology company, and let's imagine that this is Ms. Jenkins here, and she's the hiring manager. Well, she's literally writing the job description here for this job. So she types it up, and you can see that there's under general supervision and clearly defined instructions, perform entry level desktop support duties, assist with building, deploying, and maintaining desktop hardware and technology. Like she needs those exact things done for this job that she is posting out on job boards, and that she needs whoever is going to be applying to fulfill. Analyzes, troubleshoots, and resolves issues impacting workstations, softwares, printers. Like whoever is going to be applying for this job needs to do this. She's not making this up. This is actually things that she's going to be looking for. And then for the education, it looks like for this one, high school course work required, diploma referred. So not much education here required. Currently enrolled or graduated from an IT focused post-secondary education program. So it looks like you do need a little bit of education with IT focus. Okay, but you get the idea that that Ms. Jenkins is looking for something really specific here, um, and that is different than a customer service job. So compare that. So the technology support one is on the left. On the right here is a customer service job. Answer phones, order processing, executing all aspects of sale functions. These are two different job functions. If you use the same resume with the same words on the same resume for both of these job descriptions, you're going to be not satisfying either of them. So this is a very bad strategy. You're not going to get either of those jobs. And so here, what's a better way to do this? Well, wonder if you took your your base your base resume and wonder if you customized it to your this technology support role. So you highlighted some of the keywords that was in that resume, and and you pulled out some of those keywords, which we'll look at in a second. And wonder if you did the same thing for this cooking job application. And so you took this base resume that you made and you're so proud of, but you customized it to this cooking application. So now you have your base and you have these two uh, customized resumes that you're going to submit to each of these companies. You're going to submit this customized one and this customized one. That's going to get you better results because this one is going to be speaking to this company. This one's going to be speaking to this company. And to just be more specific about this, look at this job posting. Take inbound and make outbound calls in a fast-paced environment. Provide knowledgeable answers to questions about products, pricing, and availability. Well, if we were going to pull out the keywords here, what do you think they would be? Well, I highlighted them here. Take inbound and make outbound calls. So inbound and make outbound calls. Fast-paced environment. If I was going to be creating a resume customized to this, I would need to make sure that I'd have these in my resume, that I've worked in a fast-paced environment, that I've taken and made inbound and outbound calls somewhere in my career. Now, if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't lie about it. That's very important. So we never lie. Um, so if you've never done that, you don't lie about it. So I would never insert these keywords somewhere where I haven't done this. That's very important. Um, so because lying is not, first of all, it's not legal to lie about something. Uh, so that's just very important to acknowledge right now. Um, and secondly, it can come back to bite you. If you get into an interview and they start asking you about this, and you have to be able to prove it. So we never lie about it. But if you've done something like this and you can kind of scatter these keywords in your resume, that's what we want to do. So that's how you do it. Okay. Secondly, now when you're creating a resume, it's often easy to go out to the internet like Google and type in resume templates, and you can find really attractive resume templates like you see here, and pull those resume templates down and start using them because look, wow, they've done a lot of the work here for you. Now, like Genesis Works here provides a really attractive resume template for you. And sometimes this can be a really effective way to uh, get the work done for you. There's pros to this. It can save you time. You don't have to do a lot of this formatting work and creative work, and it's an easy way to create a professional resume. I mean, someone's done a lot of the legwork for you. But there's also cons. Often, sometimes they don't contain all the sections you want. Education, work experience, training. Sometimes there's some sections in here that you may want to have that it doesn't have, and then what do you do about that? And then you have to be very careful because you can get over your head with these and things can go wrong really quickly. So if you try to like delete this out, oops, you try to delete this and then the formatting gets all messed up and all of a sudden you're way over your head and things go bad. And you have to make sure, oh my God, you have to make sure that every part of the template aspect of this is gone. Do you see how this says action, verb plus task and outcome? This is the template aspect. So they're telling you what to write here. They're saying, hey, action verb plus task plus outcome. They're telling you to fill this in with some words. Now wonder, so you're gonna write over this, but wonder if you forget to delete this. Now you turn this in and it says action verb plus task plus outcome. Man, you are not going to look professional. Or wonder if you forget month, year minus month, year. That's going to look very unprofessional. Everybody's going to know you used a template and you forgot to change it. Oh my God. That's going to look so unprofessional. So make sure, capital SURE, make sure to get rid of the template aspects of this. All right, we're moving along. So that was resume. Now we're talking about cover letters. So cover letters are often less of an important aspect of the application process, but they can be important. We're going to talk about four components of writing a cover letter. Um, and let's jump into it. So we're going to start with this one, open strong. So a strong opening. We're going to read two openings and then you're going to tell me which one is stronger. The first opening is I'm applying for the environmental fundraising position which I saw on Indeed.com. So that's opening number one. Opening number two. I'm an environmental fundraising professional with more than 15 years of experience, and I'd love to bring my expertise and enthusiasm to your growing development team. I think you know which one is the strong opening. This one is a waste of space. So start strong. Boom. Emphasize your personal value to the company. So again, this goes back to this goes back to that job description. You're going to read through the job description and you're going to pull out those keywords and then and what they're looking for in the job. And then in your cover letter, you're going to say, hey, in my last two roles, I've led two teams in analyzing and troubleshooting technology issues, leading to a 20% reduction in customer returns. Now um, you you can't lie about this. I actually did this. So if you didn't do this, you can't write this. But if you did do this, write this. This is amazing, and it's connected to this. Um, analyze and troubleshoot desktop issues. Boom. This is exactly what they're looking for, and this is exactly what I did. I'm showing them my personal value. That's amazing. Number three, convey enthusiasm. I'm excited about, I'm passionate about. You want to use words like this and phrases like this. You want to show enthusiasm. And number four, keep it short. Under one page. This is what it should look like. If you submit something longer than this, no one's going to read it. Just trust me about that. No one's going to read it, and it's going to be a waste of your time. Keep it real short. Okay? Boom. All right. So here is the golden one. Here is the golden one. We're almost done, and this is the big one. Are you ready? We're on to number three, the follow-up. So you found a job, you've applied for the job, so you've submitted your resume and your cover letter. Now, here's the golden one, the follow-up. Now, imagine this. So we're back to our hiring manager, Miss Jenkins. You've submitted your resume to Iconet, and Miss Jenkins received it. But guess what? She's received a whole bunch of other resumes too. You're not the only one that applied for it. She, you don't know how many resumes. Sometimes for competitive companies and uh, competitive companies and competitive jobs, you can have 100 resumes. So the question is, how do you make your resume stand out? That's the question. How do you make your resume stand out so that you can get an interview? That's what your goal is. You want to get an interview. Well, you write, you find the hiring manager with linkedin.com. You go on linkedin.com and you search for a hiring manager in the company, and you write them a message, a message in linkedin.com, and you say this: "Hi, I recently applied for the technology support position at Incanet. I'm excited about this position because I feel strongly that my expertise and education are a great fit for this position." Boom. Now, that's a great start, but we want to add in a couple things. We want to add in your value. So again, we're going to go back to this job description and we're going to pull out that, in my previous role, I built and maintained desktop machines, analyzed and troubleshot PCs and Apple platforms. Remember, that's where, and we're getting that information straight out of here. I'm very excited about this position. Can't wait to share more about my experiences. You leave it at that. Look at how short that is. And what that's going to do is that's going to make your resume pop. It's going to the hiring manager, all of a sudden, your resume is going to stand out because they're Ms. Jenkins is going to say, "Yo, um, they took the time to reach out to me and find me, and your name is all of a sudden going to be unforgettable when they're looking through the stack of resumes." So that's the 1, 2, 3 steps of applying for a job: finding the job, applying for the job, then following up. In conclusion, you find the job by looking for job boards and using your personal network. It's important to customize each resume to be specific to each job application. If you're using a resume template, make sure that it's cleaned thoroughly. Your cover letters, keep them short and enthusiastic, and make sure your resumes stand out to the hiring manager by following up with an email. That's it, guys. That's the 1, 2, 3s of applying to a job.